We had just come off Christmas and everybody was completely done with eating super rich and fatty and really honestly delicious food over the holidays. And we were feeling like something fresh, something that was going to leave us feeling satisfied, full, and we just knew that the ingredients were wholesome and really getting back into our bodies what we needed. In comes today's dish, the burrito bowl. It is packed with all different flavors that is going to satisfy everybody's palate. It is fresh, it is acidic, it is sweet, it is tangy, it is salty, and it is just absolutely delicious. This is one of our favorite recipes to make on a weeknight because it does come together pretty easy, but the truth is there is multiple ingredients to it. So sometimes if you're feeling ambitious, you can certainly start early, but I promise you, you can have this on the table within about 45 minutes and it is going to be definitely worth it. It's going to be one of everybody's favorites. We're really going to focus on making 4 key things that are going to help bring this dish together, aside from our spring greens, which we'll plate at the very end of the video. But the things that we're going to be making are going to be a beautiful cashew dressing. Now you're going to see me use almond flour. We do have a cashew allergy in my house, so I will let you know how to do it both ways in the video. We're going to make a really lovely roasted corn that's going to add a little bit of spice and a little bit of sweetness to the dish. We're going to roast some yams in the oven. We're going to get that started almost right away. We're also going to do a Spanish rice that's going to be packed full of flavor. You're going to like this with or without the bowl. It's going to be really good. And I actually lied. It's not 4 things, it's 5 things, because we're going to be making some burrito salsa as well. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And it all comes together, like I said, really, really quickly. So if that all sounds good, let's jump into it right now. All right, let's dive into this masterpiece of a meal, a burrito bowl so good it might just ruin you from any other dinner. First things first, we're starting with the yams. Grab those sweet beauties and let's get to work. Begin by peeling your yam and don't toss those scraps just yet. Compost is our friend. You'll want to cut these into uniform cubes, about 1 centimeter each. Trust me, this is key for that even golden brown roast that we're going to be aiming for. If your yam is rolling around like it's auditioning for Cirque du Soleil, slice off a fat bottom to stabilize it. Safety first, right? Drizzle with a tablespoon of grapeseed oil and a generous sprinkle of salt. Toss to coat, then spread these golden nuggets onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. Into the oven they go, 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. Bonus tip, flipping on the broiler for the last few minutes adds a touch of caramelized magic. While those yams are doing their thing, we're gonna move on. Next up, salsa time. I used 3 tomatoes here, though I initially only grabbed 2. Classic me, and I'm only showing you 2 in this video. Dice them into bite-sized pieces, and don't stress about scooping out the flesh. That's flavor gold. Toss the tomatoes into a bowl, then dice about 1/4 of an onion. Remember, we'll use the rest of this later, so no need for tears. Now, chop up 1/2 cup of Italian parsley and cilantro. Go as fine or rough as you like. This is your salsa masterpiece. If you're a spice lover, throw in some jalapeno. My family's spice tolerance is questionable at best, so I remove the seeds and inner flesh, so customize it for your taste. Next, zest 1 glorious lime, then juice it. This zingy citrus is the MVP here. Toss it in 2 cloves of minced garlic, a pinch of cumin, a smidge of coconut sugar, and a sprinkle of salt. Mix it all up, cover with plastic wrap, and let those flavors party together in the fridge. On to the corn. Heat a tablespoon of grapeseed oil in a pan over medium-high heat until it's shimmering. Add about 2 cups of frozen corn kernels. Sprinkle on a tablespoon of garlic powder and a dash of cayenne for that smoky kick. Toss it all together and let the corn develop those irresistible charred edges. Think summer barbecue vibes in your kitchen. Now for the creamy cashew dressing. If you've pre-soaked your cashews, you're already winning. If not, no worries, soak them in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. I've added 1/3 of a cup of grapeseed oil into my blender first and then followed up with some almond meal. The reason I did this is we have a cashew allergy in the family, so about 3/4 cups of this works just as well as the cashews if you don't have them or you got someone allergic as well. After, you're going to want to add the zest and juice of another lime, followed by 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard and a full cup each of parsley and cilantro. Blend it until it is smooth and creamy. And if it's too thick, a splash of water will fix that right up. Afterwards, you're going to want to taste it for salt and adjust if needed. And a pro tip is try squeezing this dressing into a bottle for easy plating and making your dish look absolutely beautiful, even if it's a bit messy and you have a terrible time not getting it all over the bottle like I do here. Finally, Spanish rice. Start by sauteing a diced onion into your trusty Instapot on saute mode with a tablespoon of grapeseed grapeseed oil to start. Add your spices. You got smoked paprika, oregano, a pinch of cayenne, and a teaspoon of coconut sugar. Let those onions break down and get cozy with the spices. Toss in 3 minced garlic cloves, the black beans that you drained and rinsed earlier, and the zest and juice of 1 lime. Stir it all together really well, then add 2 cups of rice and let it toast and roast on the saute setting for about 5 minutes. This is going to give the rice a really nice texture. After, add 2 1/3 cups of water, mix well, and switch to pressure cook mode for about 4 minutes. Afterwards, you're going to let it naturally release for about 10 minutes, and voila, your rice is ready to shine. And now for the grand finale, the bowl assembly. Start with a generous layer of mixed greens. Afterwards, you're going to want to scoop the other half of the bowl with your Spanish rice. Next, you're going to layer on those perfectly roasted yams and the charred spicy corn. Top it all off with your fresh salsa, and don't be shy here. This adds a lot of flavor. And then a drizzle or a dulge of that beautiful cashew dressing. Step back and admire your creation. It's fresh, tangy, sweet, and oh so satisfying. This bowl is the culinary equivalent of a mic drop. And the best part, you pulled it off in about under 45 minutes. If this burrito bowl made your taste buds do a happy dance, consider sharing this recipe with a friend who'd love it too. And don't forget to hit that like button to tell the YouTube gods that this recipe deserves to be shared far and wide with other people just like you. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss out on any of our upcoming dishes like this one of my all-time family favorites coming up next. I'll see you over on the next video. Cheers.